So we just opened the show with Emery grunting.
That's how it should be.
Bah, humbug.
All right, well, hello, welcome everybody to the For Honor after party, where we take your questions and hang out and all that fun stuff. So what's up? Hope you guys enjoyed the main show.
We're calling it For After.
Yeah, For After party. I would like to get it started off with Vajamas' question. He says, so have people been designing Emery's tattoo yet? I have yet to see any submitted designs.
Like, commissioned an artist?
No, but it is too early to make that call, obviously, but I do look forward to when that inevitably happens.
Also, I think I just figured something out. Vajamas, is that pajamas for your vagina?
Pajamas.
It's probably like Bahamas.
Maybe.
Bahamas.
Hummus?
Bahamas, yes.
Bahamas.
Valhalla? Is that where you go if you're pajamas? Is that Valhalla for pajamas?
It's where honorable pajamas who have died in battle go.
How many shots did you guys have tonight? Says Goggler. I don't know, dude. We weren't really keeping track. It was kind of slow going, and then all of a sudden it started happening more. So there was no big like, hey, do 20 shots thing. So
it's just how sex is supposed to be too. So
slow and steady.
Yeah, and then it sped up
like a turtle, like a tortoise,
like a turtle in your butthole.
Like a tortoise versus a hare.
Huh?
Slow and steady. And it won the race
Emery,
of getting me drunk.
Lolo wants to know, Emery, did you die?
I feel like it. I feel like I might
Feels like
be
he died.
Sounds like it. Sounds like he's dead.
Megan says, what are the pimp's phobias? I really do not like the sensation of falling.
Really? When was the last time you fell?
Like I mean, like big falls, like roller coaster type of falls. Like, so, despite the irony that I fly all the time, the concept of like when a plane's like sinking, I hate that feeling.
Whoa.
Yeah.
You also
so what about you guys?
Afraid of Lord of the Rings for some reason.
I'm just afraid of bad storytelling.
But you don't even know what the story is because you didn't follow it.
It's because it's not properly like told, not a cohesive or comprehensive or competent story.
Your main problem with that whole series is you don't give a shit about the plot or the story. You're just like the location makes you so.
No, that's a unbelievably gross oversimplification.
That's so not. Ask anybody.
It so is. I'm asking myself because it's my opinion, dumbass.
Are you afraid that Sauron will come and destroy you and your family?
No, I'm not afraid of fictional characters. Is that your phobia?
No.
My the question was
that's Emery's phobia. He's afraid Sauron will come and destroy you, Adam, because he knows that you're pissing Sauron off.
My phobia is that one day I'll wake up and I'll be Adam.
Oh yeah, that's fucking scary.
Yeah. Honestly, that should be anybody's fear, really.
My phobia is that I'll wake up and Adam will be in my house.
Hey, dude, I worry about waking up in your house all the time.
Exactly. See, we have counter phobias.
That's why it's a good phobia, because it comes up pretty often.
Speaking of that, phobia actually says coconuts because they can actually kill me if I touch or digest one.
Oh god, that's horrifying.
While that is scary, I do think it's funny that we actually have someone named Phobia after all that.
I'm afraid of, I guess, sometimes I think about, like, drowning, because I feel like that would be a really, like, horrible way to go. Sometimes when I'm playing Far Cry or games where you swim around in the water and you start drowning, I get kind of creeped out. I don't have claustrophobia, but sometimes I imagine being, like, wedged into a small space and dying. Like, that creeps me out.
I have kind of a minor phobia of spiders.
Really?
Yeah.
I thought that your girlfriend had that phobia.
She has a major phobia of spiders.
And you minored in spider phobia, she majored in it.
Yeah.
I get it. You got killed by fatty.
Lolo says, how many of each, how would each of you handle 50 flying beetles in your bedroom? Well, I'd be surprised. They'd probably close the door right away, and then have to kind of like think of what the fuck is happening and what.
Oh yeah. Yeah, you'd have to fumigate. You'd have to like. What you do is you put a fan on the window. That you'd have to take the screen off the window or whatever, if you got a screen on there, and stick a fan in there and then try to suck them all out, or put get a big lamp and put it outside the window, and then that'll hopefully attract them out of your window and get them out of here. This is a drunk person's idea. It probably won't work. Yeah. I'm just trying to troubleshoot.
No, it's a good idea. You're gonna do
that. Alvin says, I got a question. Why do you guys keep Adam around? He's mostly a troll. It's because I know where all the bodies are buried.
Yeah, because you buried him.
Exactly. But I put your DNA all
Emery and I just accidentally kill the people, and Adam buries them.
I know, and I'm like, fuck, not again. Like, you ever see Pulp Fiction? I'm like the cleaner guy.
Yeah.
I make problems go away.
You're like the wolf?
You're the Harvey Keitel.
Exactly, I'm Harvey Keitel's character in Pulp Fiction.
I was going to tell you guys a story. I mean, it's not really that much of a story, but it's kind of neat. It's not something you run into every day. So, a couple of years ago, Blame Society Films, our MCN, multi-channel network, you know, it's like Machinima, like Maker. It was Maker. Blame Society Films was signed with Maker. And as you know, Maker was bought by Disney, and then shortly thereafter got rid of 90% of the channels that they represented, which was fine. But before that happened, we would occasionally get weird random deals through them, and one of the deals we got was after they were bought by Disney. And it was, they wanted to send us one of the helmet replicas, or just one of the replica things that they were making from The Force Awakens. And they were making a bunch of stuff. They were making the melted Vader helmet. They were making, I think, some weapons or something. Mostly it was like helmets and stuff. And so we wanted the melted Vader helmet for obvious reasons, because Chad Vader could have just had a field day with that. But for some reason they couldn't send that to us, and they sent us Finn's Stormtrooper helmet with the bloody smears on it, like a replica, straight out of, you know, like they made like 500 of them, supposedly, or that was what all the news articles said that ran these stories. Were like, they're making 500 of each of these things and selling them. So they sent us our helmet before they were even out, or before they were even for sale.
That's so cool.
And then that's just the beginning of the story, my friend.
Oh.
We weren't really even we didn't even like I'm not trying to be like callous here, but we didn't really care. We were just like, I don't know, what are you sending us, some products or something? Because they'd done stuff like this before where they were like, we're gonna send you a bunch of Lego toys or something, and we were just like, okay, whatever, sure. Make a video, maybe, I don't know. Like they never really say like if you want to make a video with them, but we're like, yeah, sure, we could do something, and we're fine with it. But so in this case, we were like, sure, send us whatever this is, and it came in this giant crate that's like 3 feet square, and I was like, what the fuck? And it was this helmet, and it was legit. Like, this was a really cool helmet, which with a bunch of other, like, you know, official Lucasfilm stuff in the box. And I was like, damn, this looks expensive. And it was, as it turns out, when they came out and were for sale, they were $1,750.
Holy shit, dude.
Yeah. And I was like, damn. And we just got one for, okay, what ended up being for doing nothing, because what happened was they were like, so, you know, if you guys want to make a video with this with Chad Vader. So we did. We made a funny video with Chad doing his thing. We're actually going to release it probably in the next couple of weeks. Because we're not with Maker anymore, so we don't have to give a shit. And so we made the video, and Chad Vader, you know, unboxes the helmet. He tries it on, so we replace Chad's head with this helmet, and it's kind of funny and strange. And it's a funny video. And then Chad calls George Lucas, and he's just like, "Why did you send me this helmet?" And George explains to him, like, I didn't. You know, Disney was sold, and you're stupid. And it's pretty funny, because Matt sort of does an impression of George Lucas too. So, finally, we send the video to Maker. They show it to Disney, and Disney's like, "No, George Lucas doesn't have anything to do with it anymore. So, like, can you cut George Lucas out of this video?" We were just like,
"That's the whole point of the video."
That's the whole video. You're saying cut the whole video, and we were just like, we can't really do that. So.
And not only that, but George Lucas explains that he's not a part of it in the video, right?
He really clearly explains that Disney bought Lucasfilm, so any dullard, any dumb fucker who could watch the video and think, "What? George Lucas sent this to them?" would immediately think, "Oh, he didn't," and would understand the situation. But no, they didn't. We were just like, we washed our hands of it. We were just like, nah, we can't really change the video. It's the whole video's that. So I guess this video's not happening. And nobody ever said anything, and nobody cared. And then Maker was bought, and then Maker got rid of everyone. And so it didn't matter. We just got this free helmet that cost $1,750.
That's amazing.
Now, the story got deeper the other day when I was like, I still have this in my house. What the fuck am I going to do with this thing? It's supposedly worth a bunch of money. Should I try to sell it? So I try to do some research. And I find out the company that made these things went out of business before they shipped most of them.
Wow.
They went out of business and had to refund the money to most of the people who bought these fucking replicas before they could even. So most of the people who like ordered these never got them. The melted Vader helmet, all the other props that were recreated. So what we have here might be one of like under 100 or under 200 like copies of this particular thing that exist. I have no idea. There's no information about it online. The only thing I could find is that someone sold one of these helmets online last year, and I couldn't find anyone else who ever sold one. The only person who ever sold one sold it for $5,000.
Wow.
So
wait on that helmet, shit. It'll be worth more.
Yeah, this helmet right now is worth $5,000. And
I remember that thing because, dude, I remember when that thing showed up, and I remember the perplexed look on your face. You're like, "I'm supposed to be Vader. What the fuck are we gonna do with this?"
Well, that's what they said they were gonna send us, and so they sent.
I know.
In the video,
I just remember being. I know. I remember being in the room. That's all I'm saying. I remember being in the room and seeing you like shocked. You were like, "Well, this is the wrong fucking helmet. We make Chad Vader. Why would we need this?"
So, like, I don't know what to do now because we have this video, so we could potentially sell the helmet. And I kind of need to. I kind of can't keep it. You don't understand how big it is. It's taking up a quarter of one of my rooms in my house.
It is big with the box.
I just can't. Big. And it's a liability. Like, I can't put it in a storage unit or any sort of storage space because it could get stolen.
Can I make a suggestion to you? Yes. If you're going to release this video, you should advertise at the end of it, like,
that it's for
basically
sale.
Tell the same story. Yes, tell the same story you just told us. Include that in the video, and say you're going to put it up for sale at, like, you know, around that same time the video comes out, and then just do that.
Yeah, yeah, and then I think we'll just run the sale, and we'll just have people like bid for it and stuff.
Yeah, I think that's how I would do it.
I think that's what we're going to do because I just can't keep it, and it's just crazy. It's like I kind of don't even want something that valuable in my house.
Can I tell a similar story?
Yeah,
please do.
Okay, so the first time I ever got to go to any one of those, like, these press events or whatever, was a Ubisoft event for Rainbow Six Siege in Los Angeles. So they brought me out, did all that shit,
Yeah.
And I come back, and I'm home for like a week, and then all of a sudden I get this package from Ubisoft. I'm like, oh, that's cool. I wasn't expecting anything from them. And inside, it's this jacket. It's a raincoat. It's a Rainbow Six Siege themed jacket. I was like, oh, this is a sweet jacket. So I've just been wearing it for years now. And like 2 months ago, I go out to San Francisco for their Far Cry 5 event. And I'm sitting there at dinner with a whole bunch of other people, what we call influencers. And multiple people keep eyeing me, keep eyeing the jacket. I get a lot of compliments on this jacket. It comes up a lot, but this time was a little bit more unique because I have a couple people like, especially one dude just walks over and he's like, okay, where'd you get that? And I was just like, oh, and I told him the same story. I'm like, oh, you know, I got it in a press thing. They just gave it to me afterwards. And he's like, do you have any idea how valuable that jacket is? And I was like, no. And he basically tells me this story. He's like, so here's what happened. Ubisoft originally made those jackets to sell. That was the whole point. Then, for whatever reason, they decided, you know what, we're not going to sell these. This game isn't really going to be that big. We don't want to blow a whole bunch of effort on merchandise. So they're like, well, what do we do with the jackets we already produced? And they're like, just mail them to the people who went to the event. So they mailed them to like randomly to people who went to that. And there's something like 20 of these jackets ever made. Wow. And now that but then the game blew up, like absolutely blew up. As you know, it's in its like 3rd season and all that shit. And amongst the people in that Rainbow Six Siege community, this is the single most sought after piece of merch because it's the first official piece of Rainbow Six Siege merch that exists. And I'm just sitting there walking around with it and using it as an actual raincoat like an asshole. So I understand.
Yeah. That sounds like something that I would do with a very valuable piece of merchandise, Adam. Unbox it
but I didn't know. Yeah,
no.
oh yeah, I
well,
remember
now
that.
I assume that
cutting
thing's
right
now,
into a collector's edition.
I assume that jacket's now deep within a bunker somewhere in your most...
No, it's actually right here next to me in Guam.
Dude, you're still wearing it?
It's a really nice raincoat.
That's so rock and roll of you, dude. I've not known you to be that type of person.
No, I like this jacket. I like using it. I like wearing it. It's comfortable. It's really good at preventing water. Like, I get why it's valuable.
That's not why it's valuable.
I know.
Okay. That's exciting.
Like, you used to criticize me for using my Fallout Xbox controller.
I do, but that's different because that was meant to be like a weird limited edition. This was just meant to be a thing.
It's a jacket. It's meant to be worn.
Yeah, exactly. And I wear it.
That's what you're doing. Controller's meant to be used to play video games.
Well, then use it. And then, but didn't you break it?
I didn't break it. It just stopped working.
So
that would be breaking it.
It tore me up inside. I didn't even fucking do it. You guys broke it.
Oh yeah. So the end game to this, people are like, well, how much is that jacket worth? And I asked the exact same question to that guy. He's like, you know, probably you could clear at least 1,000. And I was like,
Jesus.
oh fuck. Yeah.
Not anymore because you've got your shit stains all over it.
Hey man, after I wash it, but after all that Sega stuff, I don't know, man. I don't know. Maybe it's 1,000. Maybe you just get an extra $1 out of it because I used for it. I'm kidding. It's probably worth a lot less because my DNA is all over it.
F Sharp asks, so what is up with For Honor, Emery?
What is up with For Honor?
Yeah.
That's a
mostly it's a game.
Interesting question. Yeah.
I'm laughing at Elton's comment about
that fighting
Adam didn't get diamond encrusted shoulders.
No, I'll work on that. I'll ask him to send me diamond encrusted jackets next time.
Anyway, what's up with For Honor, Emery?
Yeah, you play a dude and you kick ass, and then you fight other dudes who kick ass, and then...
See, now, in this game, when you're... Sometimes you can be orange, and you're on one team, and sometimes you can be blue and be in another team.
Sometimes you're orange, sometimes you're blue, yeah.
Far Cry multiplayer, you're always blue, you're never orange. You see now why I was so confused when we played Far Cry multiplayer? Yeah, I think you see. Of course we're gonna play Red Dead 2, dude. We hate Rockstar, but we're gonna have to play it. I don't think I'll play it online. Comes out. I don't think I'll play it online because I imagine Rockstar will shut everybody down for their live streaming or whatever the fuck. So I don't think we'll do that.
Why did I criticize him for using the Fallout controller? Because as someone who collects a lot of video game stuff, I could tell objectively that controller wasn't really meant for use. It was really meant as a display piece. So it was weird to me that he was actually using it.
And I loved using it. It made me so happy.
Can tell, yes, and that's fine. That's good. I'm glad you got what you wanted out of it. But you could tell that I was right because it broke so easily. Because it's really not. It's cosmetic. It wasn't really meant for function. It's not like a repainted normal controller. It was like a special design, and it's even wired. Like it's not an official Microsoft product. It was just some Fallout thing Bethesda did, and it was just supposed to be a display piece.
Well, it is on display now, so you know what? It's fine.
Yeah, exactly. It finally got there. Yeah.
What would you do if a bug flew or crawled up your nose?
I'm sure that's happened.
I get it. Yeah, you try to like snort it out. Do a farmer snort. That should get it out real good.
Oh, I like Sean's question here. Well, not that I dislike Omega's, but his is more in depth. Are we going to play Detroit Become Human? Is Omega's question. Possibly. That's going to be a big PS4 game. I think later this year. We'll probably do like one video with it, and if we like it, we'll keep going. Maybe a stream or something. We'll see.
We're going to do. We're going to make a video called ATV Tricks in Detroit Become Human.
Yeah, there you go.
Does that sound good?
That'll be the most successful thing we've ever made.
It'll definitely get all the views.
Sean says, good places to eat in the Loop. I have a couple of hours layover in the train next week. Depends on what you want. Lou Malnati's pizza would be my recommendation if you want.
He just wants a blowjob, Adam. He wants you to give him a blowjob.
He says eat.
Yeah, he wants you.
Unless he wants to eat a cock.
Yeah, he wants to eat a cock.
Well, I'm going to tell him where he can eat food. He's on his own with the whole cock pursuit.
You don't know any good places.
I don't know any good places to eat cock in the South Loop. No.
I think Blue Mountain you can get your cock eaten there too, actually. So.
Yeah, probably in the bathroom, maybe. You have to tip well. So that would be my recommendation. If you want to do like a burger, there's maybe Blackie's or Hackney's if it's still around. I think it is. Just kind of depends on you. South Loop Club has pretty good burgers, but really bad fries.
Hey, burgers are what's called what's that metal place? Kuma's Corner.
Kuma's Corner, but is that in the South Loop?
Really excellent food there. Kuma's 2 is kind of close to the South Loop, I think. But
I think he's going to be at which train? Are you going to be at Ogilvy or what's the other one? Union? Union Station, right? You used to ride there all the time, right, Emery?
Union Station, yeah, it's not very close to Union Station, though.
Yeah, I don't know which train station he's going to be at. He's probably going to be at Union or Ogilvy. I don't know which.
I don't know. I haven't looked in Chicago.
There's a lot of good restaurants downtown, though. There's tons of stuff there.
Jacob
Just kind of depends on what you want.
Jacob G says the second season of Fallout New Vegas for Prince was great, and you nailed the finale. Thank you, Jacob. Can't wait for season 3. Me neither. I still don't know what it's going to be because we discussed okay, it's Honest Hearts. That's what I was thinking of, but I don't think that's going to be the next one.
Lolo asks, any chance of that Burn game live or Tower Unite game again? I'm unfamiliar.
Oh, Tower Unite. No, you're not. You're familiar with that. God, I played that game and went around. Remember, there was a whole room devoted to Emery that John made. Oh,
yes. I remember now, yes. That was a good after-party game.
Yeah, we could do that again.
Good night, Phobia.
Yeah, that'd be fun. Good night, Phobia.
Good night, Phobia.
Are we interested in getting the Duke controller for Xbox One? No. I would get it if it was the Xbox One S controller design for Xbox One. I don't know why the fuck they're using the Duke. That's like, that controller sucked. There's a reason they changed it originally.
The douche? It's called the douche?
Duke. But yes, douche.
Carissa Davis says, Aaron, which game was your favorite to play in Rated RPG? Well, you know, I really enjoyed playing the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles role-playing game that I used to play when I was a kid. That was a lot of fun. Was it the best game we played? Probably not. Probably the best one was the most memorable one was Vampire the Masquerade.
Really?
Because, yeah, Jason played Morgan Freeman as
a vampire.
A lead vampire who sent us out on a mission to go to this party with all kinds of Hollywood celebrities.
That's hilarious.
And of course, at the end, my friend John Lee got his. He was a vampire, and he found the necklace that we were supposed to take. We all found this necklace. I've told this story before. I'm not going to tell again. But anyway, there was just this amazing ending that will live forever in my mind. It's one of the best role-playing moments I've ever been part of. So.
Sean Henry says he'll be around Union Station. You know who you could meet up with if he's available? Trey Wagner's around there. You might look forward to meeting other GSP fans. Food-wise, yeah, Lou Malnati's is around there. Giordano's is around there. Lou Malnati's does traditional deep dish. Giordano's does stuffed crust. A little different.
What is the premise of Detroit Become Human? That's not the like jail escape game, is it?
I don't remember.
There's a different game that's a jail escape.
Yeah, I've seen a couple of trailers, but like that's like every year at E3 for the last like 3 years, somebody puts out a new trailer for that. Honestly, I don't know what the premise is.
That's great.
So I'm sure we'll see a big update for it this year.
Yeah, actually, Alden, talk about what the next 7 Days to Die thingy's going to be. Like, I know you and I have talked about some ideas, because I actually really want to do a 7 Days to Die live show where 2 groups of people or whatever are given a limited amount of supplies, and it's like day 5 or day 6 or whatever, and you have like a day or 2 to get your shit together and protect yourself from a zombie attack.
Oh, Lola said the bum game. Not okay. She spelled it wrong. Yeah, the homeless simulator. Well, there's a second episode in the can. It just hasn't been edited, and we should continue it. We just haven't done it.
Oh, the homeless thing?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, you're so right.
We discuss this all the time. Like,
I know. I think Emery like purposely forgot it because he's for some reason he just hates the game now.
He does. He hates the game and he keeps trying to like make us forget that it exists. No, we don't have any footage of that. No, what are you talking about?
It works very well until you guys, have fucking viewers, remind them.
That's the same reason you haven't seen more episodes of Truck Fuckers or whatever, because they have like 8 hours of footage.
It makes Emery sad because he knows he's going to be like that someday. He shouldn't do that.
It's such a bad game, man. So bad.
But they're improving it. They're making improvements.
Dude, even for like an early access game, it's atrocious.
Jacob G said, I kind of liked it. I don't know. It's kind of weird and sad. I just like scavenging. Jacob G says about Fallout, the ones that are left are Honest Hearts, Dead Money, and Lonesome Road. I was getting Lonesome Road and Honest Hearts confused. There was one that I thought we should do for the final DLC that would be good, and it might have been Lonesome Road. So maybe we'll do Honest Hearts next.
Lonesome Hearts, Honest Road.
Actually, do them in that order, maybe. I gotta look at the plots again. It's weird though because like I'm a huge New Vegas fan, but I just never played the DLC for some reason. At some point, like I played through the game, and I was like, "Oh god, a bunch of DLC," and then I just like got distracted and like forgot about it for 6 years. I don't know what happened.
Life.
Yeah.
Life happened.
Exactly. Megan, you didn't answer this question, Adam. Megan said, question, Adam, suck a dick.
It's not a question, it's a statement.
I like that. I want to know what the question is.
Yeah, what's the answer?
No.
I recently discovered that 311 did 911. I don't know if anybody's familiar with the band 311, but I found an old CD.
I don't know what that means.
What's a band? What's a CD?
It's this thing that has
911
audio on it. oh boy. Oh, you millennial. You millennial, forgetting what 911 is. 311's a band that was popular in the 90s, and then I found a CD, an old CD that I had of 311. And inside, under the CD, and I have no idea why, there was a little slip of paper that said 9/11 ? And this CD came out in '96. So I assume that 311 caused 9/11.
Sounds about right.
Maybe you were thinking what they were going to call their sequel album.
Or maybe it was supposed to be like a joke that I wrote down that I was going to make. Some obscure place, since YouTube didn't exist at that point.
311
yeah,
kind of sounds like
311 is like the 9/11 of music.
Except 9/11 hadn't happened back then.
Yeah, but maybe it did. Maybe you just wrote that after 9/11.
You know what 9/11's kind of like? 911, which did exist back then.
Yeah, but this wasn't written like 911. This was written with a 9 on top and then below an 11.
Maybe you were just trying to add to 20.
That's true. Maybe you
no,
were doing 9 plus
I didn't
11.
do that back then. I really didn't do that much back then.
You didn't do arithmetic back then?
No, I really didn't add up to 20 much back then. It wasn't a thing. It wasn't popular in the 90s to do that.
How old were you in 96?
50.
No, for real.
40.
Maybe you were 20? Maybe you were like just calculating your age? You have like a problem?
Calculating my age.
Because you couldn't remember it offhand?
That's gotta be it.
There you go.
Oh yeah, Eldon corrected Megan. The correct question that she meant to ask was, Adam? Suck a dick.
That makes sense.
It's beautiful. Yes, Old World Blues was season 2. Question for each of you from Omega: what is your most memorable nightmare? I've talked about mine already. Kind of don't want. It's just too gross. I don't want to think about it. Wait, no, have I? No, I did. And it was horrible. There was a couple of memorable nightmares for me. One with the demon. One with other gross stuff. But I don't know. What about you guys? What do you got?
I don't think I have any go-to on that. I don't usually remember many of my dreams, and I very rarely have nightmares.
It's weird. You should have the most nightmares. You have the most to like feel guilty about.
No, I feel good.
Like for a while, I would have these nightmares when I went to bed with my door open, and I would wake up and there would be like, you know, horrible things or people coming through the door to get me. And so then I stopped sleeping with my door open at that point.
Megan raises a good point. She says, if Aaron predicted 9/11, he could have stopped it. He is a terrorist.
Well, I didn't predict it. 311 did, and then I wrote down. So
basically,
like,
you are personally responsible for 9/11.
Probably.
So now all the torture that Mickey Mouse gives you at Guantanamo Bay makes sense.
And I was just responsible for the apocalypse, so that was probably my first attempt.
Yeah, you're just a terrible, terrible person.
I mean, we all knew that, though.
Yeah, that's not news.
Do you have any nightmares you remember?
There was a nightmare that I remember that involved me going downstairs in my parents' old house, you know, when I was a little kid, and you know, my parents were like sitting at the table, but I was like really tired and my eyes were really like, you know, unable to see much, and so I was like rubbing my eyes and I wasn't like looking at them. And I like went to the refrigerator and I got milk and I was like, hey guys, yeah, you know, I couldn't sleep, I'm just gonna grab some milk and whatnot, and they like weren't saying anything. They were just sitting at the dinner table. And I got the milk and I like sat down at the table with them, and then I realized that they were fucking skeletons. And that's why they weren't fucking saying anything, because they were fucking skeletons. Isn't that crazy?
That's amazing.
It's a great.
That's a really kind of an awesome dream. I really kind of like that.
Thanks.
Why were they skeletons, though?
I don't fucking know. It's a goddamn
Did somebody
dream.
eat them?
Reminds me of like the sketch that we did back in the early days of Flame Society, where there was like a board meeting or something, and it went on for a really long time, and then we cut back to these two characters. They were skeletons. It's like a really random, like, but kind of funny joke.
I remember Emery telling me this really weird dream he had, but I don't know if he would want that to be public, so I won't say anything. But if Emery, if you know what I'm talking about and you want to tell, you can.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
I would love to
know what
just
you're
say
talking
it,
about. I think I know what you're talking about. Yeah, that's fine. You can tell that dream, sure.
Are you sure that you know what I'm talking about?
It's the one about my brother, right?
Yeah, it's the one about your brother.
Yeah, I know that dream.
So,
It's fun times.
So he remember that quote, everybody. It was fun times. He once apparently had a dream where his entire family like got together, his mom, his dad, and both of his brothers and himself, and they all got together and had sex with his middle brother.
Yeah, but it was like it wasn't like, consensual sex. It was like they were ass raping him. They were just like, he did not want to be a part of it, but it was happening anyways. That is a very important distinction.
So the whole family got together, and they were just like, "Hey, it's time for your ass rape."
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Yeah, that was the dream.
I couldn't believe when he first told me that. I was like, why the fuck would you tell anybody this?
That's awesome. That's an incredible dream.
It was a very meaningful dream, too. It had a lot of good meaning behind it.
I gotta wonder, like, what you were watching on the internet at that time that made you have that dream.
I mean, I don't know, man. 4chan, maybe?
Do you remember pounding him yourself? Or
No,
was
the thing is, I wasn't a part of it. I was just, like, watching it, Like, I was just there.
You were just hanging out, like, oh, that's cool. Look at that. Look at him get pounded.
Yeah.
How was my mom pounding him? Wow, that's weird.
Yeah.
Holy shit. Yeah, this is an after party, everybody. This is what they're all about.
Abed just showed up just to hear that crap.
Just in time.
Perfect.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, holy fuck.
Is this because Emery's drunk? No, this is his day to day. Like,
yeah, man.
He just has dreams about orgies with his brother.
I hadn't thought about that dream in years.
Now we're all gonna be thinking about it for years.
Dude, I've never been able to like forget that. Like that's one of those Emery factoids that'll be with me.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like that and like the pooping at Panera story. Like I'm never gonna forget those things.
Oh, that's a good story too. Yeah.
That is.
That was not a dream. It was a
Harvest
reality.
pizza.
Yeah, that actually happened. That was a nightmare. That was a real nightmare.
So he pooped in his pants and then ordered a harvest pita.
That's combining a couple stories, but yeah, sure.
God, I want a harvest pita so bad right now. Oh my god.
Okay, I'm gonna go way back here and try to catch up. Alden says the next 7 days to die is gonna be tower defense. Each team has a set amount of supplies and has to build a base that has to withstand a day 7 invasion. Although actually, I think we should make it like a day 21 or day 28 invasion. What are you doing? Are you like on fire or fireworks or something? What the fuck? That was really weird.
Thanks.
Yeah, so yeah, that's gonna be really fun. And then I think Emery and I are just gonna like sort of observe and commentate on like what everybody does and stuff like that. I think that's what we're gonna do. Figure that out later. But S. Angelillo says, Aaron, did you see the Fallout Miami stuff? Was that even real? I didn't. Is that? I'm guessing it's not real, right? I don't know. Maybe it's mod. Lonesome Road last. Yes, exactly. That's what I'm talking about, Jake. We're gonna do Lonesome Road last. And then I think we're gonna do Honest Hearts next. That's my plan. Blake says, what's the most complicated and mentally challenging video game you've ever played? Complicated and mentally challenging. You know, honestly, I'm gonna go with Portal 2.
Ooh, Portal
2. I played through the whole game, and it was really challenging, but so rewarding. But you really do have to think, like, really smart in that game. And I don't remember if there's any places where I got stuck and had to look something up, but I think I tried not to, because I just loved that game so much. I still kind of wish that we'd play that on our channel. I know it would probably make for the most dull fucking playthrough ever, but it's just such a great game. I wish that we could do.
Well, then just stream it on GSP2, dude. Have fun.
Yeah, maybe. Complicated and mentally challenging video game. You guys, what do you got?
Oh god, I don't know. Usually puzzle games.
I don't usually play games like that. Oh god.
The answer I have for this is a dated answer, but I'd say the first Silent Hill. But I say that through the eyes of like high school me.
It's fine. There's no time. There's no time period that's specified here. So
I miss a lot of those like old school survival horror ones from like the mid '90s to mid aughts, that era. Those are pretty cool.
F Sharp says you a ska fan, Aaron. Not really. I liked like the red nut squirrel zippers. What the fuck were they called? Squirrel nut zippers. Zipper squirrel nuts. They were alright, but for the most part, I didn't really get into ska much.
Squirrel nut zippers.
Squirrel nut zippers, thanks. Gogler says Field Fallout game. That's good.
I listened to
else?
Goldfinger. That's the most ska I ever did.
Oh yeah, Goldfinger. They were okay. They were okay. You know, the thing is, there was some decent ska, admittedly. Yeah, Goldfinger was good. For a second, I was remembering presidents of the United States of America, but they weren't ska. So.
Go on.
I'm looking for the more questions. Jacob had a nightmare as a little kid in school, and he got 50 wolves started running around eating people. That's... How do you know there was 50? Packing for a trip. Gogler had a nightmare where insect aliens were going affecting people and turning them into a hive mind. That's kind of cool, actually.
That's like a movie quality.
Exactly. Those movie dreams are the best. Megan says, Adam, don't skip my question, you cunt.
Which ironically you just did.
I think I did it, so despite Adam being a cunt, I took care of it. Guess Rabbit
Well, the question
says,
she keeps asking is about if she can send me like shitty coffee that I would drink. The answer is yes. You want to send me like Folgers? I'll drink that crap. It's fine.
Oh yeah, definitely. That would be good. That would be good, like live show punishment for Adam to drink shitty coffee,
Sure.
since we have to drink shitty booze. That's totally fair. Smart.
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
Okay, I'm surprised, but that's good. Chaos Rabbit says, I remember when I was 4, there was one with a Cthulhu-like creature where I'm drifting in some gray void. Oh my god, you were 4 when you had that dream? Dude, that ain't good.
That means it was probably real.
Yes. But, you know, it influenced who you are today, so it's for the best. Alan says, I have recurring dreams about going back to high school because I skipped English class for an entire year that I didn't know I had. I used to have recurring dreams about, like, going to this old job I had, right? So I've been doing YouTube shit since 2007. The job I had before that, I'd say for at least 8-9 years, I used to have dreams where I was going back to work at that job, and I didn't punch a time card for whatever reason, or write down what time I started in the dream, and then I was like, God, they still owe me a ton of money for all this time. I just didn't write down how many hours I worked. I gotta collect that money.
What a terrible nightmare that would be.
It was ridiculous. I kept thinking that I'm owed money by this old job that I worked. And I don't think I've had it recently, but man, that dream just like went on for many, many years. And I would always wake up and be like, man, I got to get paid for all those hours I worked. Like, there is no such thing. Like, that never happened, but it became real to me because I had that dream so much.
I want to jump ahead a little bit here just because Joseph Lauer said, what about that coffee that's been eaten by goats or something and pooped out? He's talking about Poop Weasel coffee. Dude, if you want to bankroll that, sure. Poop Weasel coffee is like the champagne of coffees. It's fucking amazing.
But you have some of that and you've had it already.
I know, I have it. It's fantastic. But I save that for like when the Cubs win the World Series or something like that. Like that's the champagne of victory.
Can you take a picture of like all the like half-used coffee bags you have on your fucking cupboard at home?
I don't have any half-used ones. I know what you're talking about. Those aren't there anymore. I got rid of them all.
Oh, you did?
I only have sealed up ones, yeah.
How much would people have to donate to get Adam to watch a Lord of the Rings film?
To walk the plank?
To watch a Lord of the Rings film.
I wouldn't do it.
He'll never do it.
Money. I'm not going. No.
See, people have asked that before when Adam hasn't been
I have
around.
principles, dude.
And I've been like, no, he'll never do it. You guys don't understand. He'll never do it.
No, I have principles. I'm not that masochistic.
There's no way. There's no amount of money.
No, keep it.
I don't know why, but there isn't. Essen just says, what the best song to sing about how you feel about Adam? That Evanescence song, you know, where the guy shouts like, "Can't wake up!"
I was gonna say it's my party and I'll cry if I want to.
Cut my life into pieces. This is my last resort.
That song, it's really weird. Like, I started seeing memes for that song right after we talked about it, or somewhere we talked about that song.
We've talked about that song?
Yeah, or I talked about it somewhere online. I don't even fucking remember where at this point. And then I started seeing memes for it, and the best one was the one that somebody posted in the dumpster on Discord about the dog barking, the Borks. That was really funny. I'm looking at the reactions to Emery's family rape story, which is great.
I like the idea that Emery's not participating. He's just sitting there like watching and like jacking off.
I think he was just kind of observing. He was just like, oh yeah, this makes sense.
Oh, yeah, that's where we cross the line, Emery. The idea that you're sitting there whacking off while you're doing it.
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense, man.
No, he would just go through the rape. He wouldn't just whack off.
He joins in. That's so fucked up.
Ben Engeldahl says, as someone who's doing a psychology degree, that dream is concerning.
Please tell me what you think it means, my man. I'm dying to know.
Okay, I'm almost caught up. Spruce Moose says, Emery, you didn't tell your brother this.
You know, I don't remember if I ever told him about this.
It's probably for the best.
Yeah. Probably, yeah. No point now, that's for sure.
Hey man, like 4 years ago I had this dream. Our whole family got together and butt fucked you against your will. You just thought I'd let you know.
God, I think it's been
pretty cool dream, right?
4 years.
It's funny, right?
He'll just forever think that you want to butt fuck him or something. It's just like, it's never gonna come off right. It's never gonna sound good.
I think it would have been worse if it was like passionate lovemaking, though. You know, the fact that he didn't want it, I think makes it better.
I don't know, dude.
Yeah, you think it would have been better if he was like into it in the dream?
I don't know. That's what I said. I said I don't know. There's really no like silver lining in that story.
Oh shit, okay, I'm almost caught up. This is great. That's good. As Ninja says, Aaron, cut your life into pieces. This is your last malort.
Nope, it's not.
Suffocation, no drinking.
That'd be nice if it was our last malort.
Don't give a damn if someone buys me a shot.
This is my last malort. So good. You gotta appreciate how great that is.
I feel like we should just sing that every time you finish a bottle. Like,
that's a great idea. I love that idea, actually.
Yeah.
I love the idea of me having the feeling it's my last Lord, even if it doesn't last.
Yeah, for like a minute until I bring out the next bottle. Yeah.
So far as I know, Sean, Adam said Guam is just like a, what, poor man's Hawaii or something?
My friend said it best when he said that Guam is not even a poor man's Hawaii, it's a rich man's Manila.
Rich man's Manila?
It's Manila, like the Philippines. I mean, a better comparison would be, yeah, it's basically just cheap Hawaii. I can show you guys photos. I can put them in Discord. It's a tiny little piece of American soil stuck out in the South Pacific. It's mostly military and locals and a lot of Asian tourists. Like, the thing that's weird about this place is its whole sales point is it's America, technically. So a lot of Asians, like Koreans, Chinese, Japanese, will fly out here to get the quote-unquote American experience, where they can go to like gun ranges and they can come out here to like shoot guns and stuff. They can eat tons and tons of beef, and they can try all the American fast food chains. And it's cheaper because it's so much closer than, you know, the mainland U.S. So that's what they cater to. So when you come here, it's just, oh look, a strip mall full of all this shit.
Because that's the American. Yeah, I guess that is basically the American experience.
It's a weird, almost Disneyland interpretation of America, like all shoved into a single island. While still catering mostly to Asian tourists. Because as even Emery pointed out before the show, he didn't even know this was part of the States. Nobody really does. Yet so, this is American soil.
To sum up, you said eat meat, shoot guns, go to strip malls, and what else?
Hang out at the beach. That's pretty much all there is.
Yeah, well, I mean, like, we can do that.
And there's a giant military installation. That's pretty much sums up America and what's great. Would go.
That's the American fantasy land, I guess.
Yeah, for Asian tourists. There's also a lot of that thing where I don't know if you ever heard of this. A lot of people will fly to the States and give birth so that they are kind of their kid is a U.S. citizen, and then by proxy they become a U.S. citizen.
Ah.
That's really common here.
A lot of babies being born in Guam.
A lot of like Japanese, Chinese, and South Korean people will fly here to give birth, and then be like, "Oh, my kid's an American. I guess I gotta stay." That's a thing here.
Okay, Megan has a question. Emery, can you call Adam a dickweed?
Go for it, man.
And then do your neighbor thing, you know.
Adam, you're a dickweed. Seriously though,
thanks.
Adam? Huge dickweed.
What about your neighbor, Emery?
What about my neighbor?
What's he like?
My neighbor? Which neighbor?
Yeah.
Which one though?
The one that's made of a dairy product.
You mean my neighbor that's yogurt?
I do. What?
You mean my yogurt neighbor?
No.
No, the other one?
No, that one's too liquidy. I don't like him.
Do you mean my neighbor that's cheese?
Yes!
My neighbor is cheese!
That's cool.
There you go, Megan. CCR Star Panda says, Aaron, you were a little salty, but did you enjoy your favorite trivia game? I actually really enjoyed that. More than most things. It was just fun to kind of like pepper the show with like random Skyrim questions and stuff. I had a good time
too.
And I had the shots. You know, the thing is, it's punishment to have shots, but then it's not punishment. It's like a mixed bag, you know? It's like, I wanted to get the questions right, but then I didn't really mind it that much when I got, because I don't like Malord, but you know, it's still fun. It was fun. It was really fun. That was good. It was a good time. Carissa, the neighbor's cheese thing is an old short film that Adam and Emery made back when they were like film student losers. And I can't remember if it's actually funny or not, but that line's pretty funny. Adam like died or something.
No, I'm right here. I was letting you explain the video. Yeah, the video's pretty good. You should check it out. It's on my channel. Just look up like lactose intolerance and look up my name or something like that.
It's funny too. You guys used to do like movie like review parody thingies, and then YouTube like shut you down. But like
we moved them to Blip TV, and they shut us down, so we just kind of had to stop.
Only like closed, but
like that's a thing that people fucking do all the time, like on YouTube.
That format now is like massively popular on YouTube. So you guys were like on top of something that could have been really popular, but you just got fucked.
Yep.
And unfairly, because you weren't doing anything that should have been shut down.
We weren't doing anything beyond what fucking Looper does now.
Right,
you know?
And Looper is massively popular. But man, those guys, when they come up with a video idea, my theory is the first thing they come up with is the fucking title and thumbnail before they even make the video. They're just like, oh, the Avengers is coming out. Well, let's see. What stuff will everybody click on because they'll have no choice? Oh, these are a bunch of things. And then they make the videos based on the fucking title of the video. I have no doubt that's how they make their videos. And it's clever, it's smart, but for the style of stuff we're doing, we can't do that because we don't know what the video is. So.
I've had my videos stolen by Looper multiple times.
I'm not surprised.
Stolen?
Yeah. Yeah, they basically they compile videos out of like other YouTube videos that they steal footage from. Like for example, they did like top 10 things about the original Xbox, and then they used footage of me tearing down an original Xbox, like so they could see the footage of what one looks like on the inside. They did that once. They've taken from me a few times.
YouTube has that tool now where you can actually claim videos that have your stuff in them.
Oh, I know, but to their credit, they do credit you usually.
Yeah.
They don't really link to you or anything like that, but
well, it was like that dude that on Facebook that, you know, he asked us if he could share our Far Cry video on his YouTube page, or not share, but actually post it. And I said, yeah, sure, as long as you like credit us and link back to us. And he did that too, you know.
Yep.
He was totally honorable about it. And then his page, which is called Gameology on Facebook, is fairly popular, but our video got like 600,000 views on his page.
Yeah, it was nice. Way better than it did for us.
I know, I'm just like, okay, so we post a video on YouTube, 5,000 views. This guy on Facebook who has a popular page posts it 600,000 views. I'm just like, okay, there's something going wrong here. Like, YouTube is obviously not the best place to post videos. It's not like we have much of a choice, because posting stuff on Facebook isn't going to do much better for us because we haven't got that type of a page. So
yeah. I want to address the point though that there's no hypocrisy in that. Like I was willing to let people like Looper borrow my footage because like Emery and I used to make that show. It would be hypocritical for me to be like, oh, I want to use footage from 2012, but you can't use footage from my video, you know? So I'm consistent on that. That's why I didn't file a claim. I did make a comment on it once, being like, it would have been nice if you had credited me here. It got a shit ton of thumbs up, more thumbs up on anything that I've ever made. And a ton of people were like, yeah, I credit him. And other people were like, fuck off, fag. You know, like just a big combination of like everything. And eventually they actually responded and said, we appreciate that. Yes, we've credited you. And they put me in the description and everything. So it's like, they, you know, because technically I would have the power to shut down that video, which I didn't use. Some people said I should, other people said I shouldn't, you know, but it's interesting. Oh, and to answer your question, Lolo, in Spanish, my neighbor is cheese. Mi vecino es queso. Emery, can you say that like in performance?
Mi vecino es queso.
Mi vecino es queso.
Mi vecino es queso.
Sounds so much like sexier in Spanish.
Mi vecino es queso.
Exactly, there you go.
I like the way that sounds.
Mi vecino es queso.
Mi pino es queso.
Mi vecino es queso.
Mi vagina es queso.
My vagina is cheese.
My poo-poo es queso.
¿Dónde está la biblioteca?
Things sound sexier close up.
Yeah, they do.
CCR Star Panda says, how much money to convince Emery to drink a newt with cat hair garnish?
Gross. Never. No, that'd be awful. How dare you even suggest that, you fiend?
Blake Miller says, what's your least favorite type of spirit?
No moleste el gato.
Specters. Fucking hate specters.
Yeah, specters. Specters are bullshit. No,
No
really.
moleste el gato con Eye of Newt.
Oh god, Eye of Newt is terrible, but you're talking about general types of beverage, then probably...
I'm gonna say IPAs. Does that count?
No.
Why?
It's not a spirit.
I fucking hate IPAs.
I like that Omega thinks that Emery was shot like with a tranquilizer. He says Emery sounds like he was shot with a tranquilizer in his
Well,
ass.
that's basically true. He was. The type of tranquilizer that would stun a moose.
Does Malort count as a spirit?
Yeah, Malort does count as a spirit, not like as a type of...
No, it is a
general
type
type of...
It is, though.
Is it? I guess you're right.
Because
Yes,
there's
you're right.
several different types of Malort.
Malort
we
is,
drink
but
Jepson's Malort, but there's a bunch of other types.
Malort is the worst, definitely.
I have to say, out of all the spirits I've tried, other than IPA, Malort is my least favorite.
Which is a type of beer.
Yes, which is a type of spirit, though, right? What's the definition of a spirit?
I don't know. Jägermeister is probably my least favorite type of spirit.
What? You don't like Jägermeister?
It's the worst. It's so gross.
It just tastes like, I mean, it just tastes like Jägermeister.
Exactly. Will there be
Speaking of which,
more?
do you guys want any weird like Guam booze?
Yes, all of it.
Because they have like weird beers like mango beer and banana
Oh, mango,
beer.
please. Anything mango, I want to try it.
Dude, there's mango everything. They fucking grow outside. Like they're just right there.
I do love myself some mango, so if you can get me some mango beer
Please.
or mango booze.
Do it.
I'll see what I can do. My bags are mostly completely packed still from Japan, but I'll see what I can do.
Send your bags at home in advance.
I'll see what I can do.
Get a bag,
Blake?
man.
Wait, now Blake. Spruce Moose says, will there be more Glugs Law? No.
I wish. No. That was a Patreon goal for a while, but nobody cared. It never happened. They got rid of it.
What?
Yeah.
What is that guy doing across the bridge, Emery? What was he doing?
Just fucking memeing and shit, bro. It's fine.
Spazzing? Jacob says, do you guys have a least favorite series that you've recorded besides Disneyland Adventures, of course? Well, yeah, Megan answered it immediately. Ride to Hell. What's another least favorite series? I can tell you a least favorite game I played recently. It was that stupid fucking Scribblenauts game for the Switch.
Oh, that was terrible. Yeah,
God
that was the worst.
damn it, that was disappointing. I just fucking couldn't believe that they'd sullied their name with that whore pile of fuck. God damn, that game sucked.
Yeah, I agree.
So fucking disappointing. I almost like walked out of that live stream because I couldn't believe how dumb that fucking game was. That was a big disappointment to me because that game allowed like ultimate creativity and fun when you played it, and then all of a sudden they made this game that was just a bunch of like fucking cunting around like a taint.
It was
I
a
hated
whore
it.
pile. That was a really great word.
It was
to
a
use.
whore pile.
You captured Zone C.
Just a pile of dead whores would have been more fun than that.
Yeah. Yeah. They wouldn't have done anything, but it would have been better than that game.
No, in general, we typically like most of the things we record. At least as series go. I mean, I would say there are things we definitely didn't enjoy, but we knew they would be stupid not to finish, like Harry Potter. I don't think any of us actually enjoyed recording that.
Not
But
for the most
it was
part.
like-
There were times where I didn't hate it, but yeah, it was rough.
But what I mean by that is, like, at no point we're like, oh, I can't wait to record more. I was like, nah, fuck, we should probably do that. You know,
I
it's
didn't like
a
it
little
when
different.
Rockstar shut my fucking GTA account down for 30 days for live streaming their dumbass game. That fucking pissed me off.
Yes, that's true.
We stopped
Yes.
playing GTA forever on our channel after that happened.
That
like,
is was just such a bizarre stance for a modern gaming company to have.
It's insane. It's fucking insane. It just like baffles the mind, truly. Alden says tonight has been a night of weird boners for me. Yeah, I would agree with that. This has been kind of a classic after party for us, definitely. We had a lot of shots. I'll do it. CCR Star Pandas, Emery, you provide the cat hair and we'll get it in Aaron sometime. No, that will not happen. I'm allergic to cat hair. Are you trying to kill me? Are you trying to kill me?
You're allergic to cat hair?
I'm allergic to cats and their danders, and that's on their hair.
Emery, bring your cats up there next time.
Yeah, don't be a
We can
fool.
weaponize them. We can weaponize them.
I will have you eat one of my cats.
I like this plan.
To be
the
fair,
death of both of you.
Emery's willing to sacrifice one of his cats to destroy you. That says a lot.
he's gonna euthanize one of his cats.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, good. Sean says I'm not a big fan of IPAs either. I mean, to be fair, I don't love IPAs, but every now and then, when I'm in the mood for something different, I don't mind an IPA.
I do.
You'll like it later. Once your taste buds are deader, you'll like it.
Yeah, it tastes like absolute filth. Just
Go lower.
trash.
Emery's weight loss encountered a little issue the other night when he woke up sweating in a daze and there was cookies next to his bed and he just fucking mouthed.
He had a drunk cookie bender.
He started putting them all into his mouth.
That's true.
He didn't know how they got next to the bed, but he couldn't help himself.
It's like, you see those stories about werewolves, they wake up, there's a whole bunch of blood around them, they're like, oh my god, what did I do?
How did that
Emery, same thing, but with cookies.
I don't understand what the fuck just happened right there.
He encountered a setback, but he's gonna eat all vegetables for the next 3 days, and it's gonna be fine.
Yeah, definitely.
Megan, spike Adam's coffee with booze? I just don't think that he would know immediately, and he would probably like freak out and start stabbing all of us. It wouldn't work.
Probably. Yeah, that definitely would not work.
Serious, he'd probably stab us.
Yeah, definitely. I'm armed constantly.
Jacob D says that the Scribblenauts game was filth. That's hilarious.
It was. It was terrible.
So
That was such a
there
disappointment.
wasn't any part of it. Like we played through a bunch of different parts, and I was like, "Oh, I'm sure there's one part that's going to be like classic fun Scribblenauts," and instead it was just all awful. I couldn't believe it. That was so disappointing to me because it was so solid all the way through, and then all of a sudden, like all the games were decent, and then all of a sudden this just they put out. Okay. Cal wants to join you in your next battle. I think Emery's probably got what, one more battle left after this, so
Yeah, it's almost 11, so yeah, I'll join you for one game. Yeah.
okay, so you can get in. Look for Cal on your next one. Wait, you're on Xbox.
I am on Xbox, so
Cal, how are you gonna do that? You don't have it on Xbox.
he did just win, I think, the season pass for Xbox, so maybe he bought
He
it.
did. He did.
Oh, maybe you
He
could
mentioned
do it.
that he was going to get the game itself, so it's possible.
Oh, cool. Okay.
You captured Zone
Lieutenant
C.
Lushbox says, question, what has Aaron's brother been up to lately? As far as I know, he's just, like working his job and raising his kid and doing his family stuff and being himself. And let's see, Jacob G says, why'd you get banned on GTA? We don't really know. We think it was one of the programs we were using to broadcast, but
as far as we can tell, it was literally just because we were streaming. That's about it.
yeah, it was because we were streaming. And no other game, that doesn't happen in any other game you play online ever. So it's, Rockstar has a problem, and I really hope they don't make that mistake with Red Dead. That would be so bad.
Yeah, we weren't even doing anything weird, you know? We were literally just playing
We
the
were
fucking
playing the new stuff in the game, which we would have continued to do for all the future expansions too. And it just, I don't get it. I don't get why whatever the fuck we were doing would be an issue.
I think at the time we were using OBS, right?
No. We were using Exploit.
Okay.
We've never used OBS. We tried to avoid it.
I thought we did OBS in the very beginning.
Maybe a
don't
couple.
forget, GTA live streams were really early on.
No, this is not as early as you're thinking. This was like an expansion that came out for GTA like well after the release. So.
Okay.
Ellen says it was because of the music on the radios or someone reported you and Emery to be a douchemonger. Yeah, but not every time. This was every time we streamed. We did it at least twice, maybe more. And after a certain point that we would just get... so it was a flaw in their system, and it's not our problem.
Yeah, I can see
Megan,
like one time we get reported because there's like some stupid thing like that, but every fucking time, no.
Yeah, it was consistently every time, no matter what we were. No. Yeah. Megan says, Aaron and Emery, how are your May going so far?
How's our May going?
Yeah, what is it, like May 3rd? May 4th? No, it's almost May 4th.
The enemy rally.
Oh, it's going pretty good.
Can't complain.
Yeah, I can't really complain. It was a little hot the other day, but you know, I'll live. Looking forward to some board games this weekend. Saturday, playing a game called Dirty Secret. We're playing a game called Sparkle Kitty Nights, which I think is going to be a lot of fun. And we're going to have some good friends on the show. It's going to be good. Oh, dude. Oh, you're
good.
alive. Knocked you off and you're okay. That's cool.
Jesus.
Emery had to get his AC fixed. Can you believe this? It's May and he's already like having AC troubles.
Yeah.
But that's when they happen though. The first time you need to use your AC in a year, then you find out like, oh, it doesn't work. Happens a lot.
Oh, wow.
No, that was not a mod, actually, Megan. That was my pink bike was something you can do in game. There was definitely no mods on my game. And the thing is, Emery got banned too, so and he never modded anything.
Yep.
On his GTA game ever.
Dude, I barely even did anything with GTA.
No, he never played
never
it
liked
at all.
that game at all.
Emery was not a big fan. He actually liked the homeless game more than GTA, I think.
Yeah, I think he kind of liked when we got banned because they didn't have to play it anymore.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it's like the perfect example of, you know, because we were talking about on the podcast about games that you like versus games that I like. And you're like, oh, I love games that are all about like freedom of choice and like there's no like, you know, missions or anything. You just do whatever the fuck you want. That's exactly what GTA was, and I'm like, I fucking hate that shit.
He doesn't want
example.
freedom or choice.
Nope.
Nope.
Cal Dinosaur. What is your goddamn fucking name?
Should be Cal.
Probably Cal Dinosaur. Yeah, he's pretty consistent.
Well, why am I not your fucking friend then?
Find him.
Probably because you probably unfriended him
Maybe
at some point because you're a jerk.
Dragon. He's probably Ingo Dragon. That's probably who he is. Right? Andrew Jacobs? Is that his name? I don't fucking know. He's not Jelly Relish. He's not Just Pants. He's not Turk Smash. I'm gonna have to fucking invite him, aren't I? I'm gonna have to add him as a friend now.
Add him as a friend. Adam's not your friend.
Yes. People are talking about the temperature. It's 88 degrees Fahrenheit, but feels like 98 degrees according to Google.
Gross.
Where I am in Guam.
At least you have a
31
beach
degrees
you can
Celsius. Yeah, 31 degrees Celsius feels like 37 degrees Celsius.
Oh, he's Ingo Dragon on Xbox. Ingo Dragon. Now that's confusing, dude. You're not consistent across all platforms. Ingo Dragon. I-N-G-O Dragon.
B-I-N-G-O.
With no B or O.
There's an O.
Oh, yeah, after a G.
God damn it.
There you go. You got a message from Mingo Drabum.
Mingo
Drabble.
I tried to invite you, bitch. is that? What just happened? Do you rain?
Adam just popped some popcorn inside his mouth.
I yawned.
Yeah. It sounded like you rubbed your microphone seductively against your beard.
Cal, I don't know how many times I have to invite you.
Omega, you lived in Guam?
Seriously?
Oh, so you know.
Probably was stationed here, dude.
Oh, nice. How long did you live there? Yes, Adam did just piss in his mouth.
I did.
Actually.
I totally did. Yep.
Holy fuck! Somebody posted on Discord. I think it was John posted on Discord. In the garbage, a video of some dude pissing in his own mouth.
Ugh.
Like he was a nude dude lying on the sidewalk. It was like to me. I felt like I had just seen the devil. Like I was like, that's what the devil would do.
Says he's not getting. Cal says he's not getting the invites.
What?
You will after Emery sends you this message, though. There he is.
I've
Nice.
fucking invited him a million goddamn times. I don't understand.
Omega says he used to live in Guam with his family for about 4 years in the early 90s.
Cool. Or hot, I guess. Whatever.
Yeah, it's hot out, but I'm inside where the air conditioning is. It's nice.
Okay, Cal, did you literally just download the game? Because I don't think you can play multiplayer until you complete like the fucking like tutorial essentially. It's possible that he can't play with me because he hasn't done the tutorial yet.
Shit.
Try inviting me then, man.
He said, yeah, he just did.
Yeah, I did. I think you're right.
Yeah, well, it's about time to go to bed then.
Yeah, I think it is.
Time zones are crazy, man. It's only 2 p.m. here.
Wow.
You can go out to the
next
beach
day
and enjoy some time.
I got to do my podcast. I got work to do. 2 p.m. It's 2 p.m. May 4th here.
Good night, Kay.
Good night, everybody.
Night, everybody, or afternoon in certain cases.
Yeah, good night, everybody.
Yay.
We're all gonna go to bed. Oh god, I'm getting tired too. Okay, you're making me yawny.
Have fun. Yoni.
You're making me yawny.
Aaron yawned.
Yoni 2012.
Look for
Yoni.
There's
There's actually a city. What? There's a city here in Guam called Yona.
Wow.
So I thought, oh, if only it had the D.
You like the D.
Yona's more ladylike because there is no D. So Yona is totally like lady parts.
Mm-hmm.
Look for Life is Strange tomorrow afternoon, and then look for Kingdom Come Retribution on Saturday.
Yep.
And then 7 Days to Die on Sunday. You know how it works.
Yeah.
All right, good night, peeps. We love you.
Bye, everybody.
See you
Thanks for everything.
later.